So, Mr. Mohit, you are the first one?
Yeah, I'm the first one.
Please.
Am I audible? Is there any problem with my sound?
No, we can hear you properly. I can hear you properly. And the others?
I can hear you from Israel very well, and see you also.
I can't see you. I can't see you, Moite, that's all.
Yeah. So before Dr. Mohite start, I would like to give our Israeli friends a brief intro about Dr. Mohite. So Dr. Mohite has been a senior consultant. Is having a lot of experience, more than 25-year a project related experience. He has done his bachelor's and master's from College of Fisheries, and he has worked in various capacities in a number of projects, and he has been advisor to Maharashtra State Agriculture Marketing Board, and he has done a lot of assignments when it comes to aquaculture, and I believe he will give you a lot of value addition when it comes to project planning in aquaculture. So Dr. Mohite, we would like to hear from you, from your experiences.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody in India, and good morning to everybody in Israel. I am really honored to talk with you all, guys. We have been very much impressed with the progress, the advances that Israeli companies have done in this area, especially in the aquaculture area. And I have visited Israel twice, one in 2003 and again last year, and I had an opportunity to get a first-hand experience of the progress made by Israeli scientists in various fields. So now coming to aquaculture in India, I have tried to put together some information about Indian aquaculture, what is its status today, and what are the opportunities that it offers for the Israeli companies which have the right technology and which are interested in coming to India. So I will make my presentation using a slide, a small presentation. Is it? Can you all see the slides? My presentation. Can
not
anybody?
Me.
Not you.
Not yet.
Anybody?
Not, yes.
Okay. What about anybody else who can tell me whether you are able to see the presentation or not able to see the presentation?
Can't see. It's aquaculture. Can't see.
Akhil,
Okay.
are you going to do a change screen or something?
Is your presentation the window screen that is shown?
I'm not able to see. I have a presentation on my desktop.
Akhil?
I see your desktop, but I don't see your presentation.
Okay, you see my desktop. Okay, what about now? I'll just. Can you see it now?
I don't see it. It's Michael.
Okay.
I can't see it, unfortunately.
Okay.
I see your desktop. That's for sure.
Okay. What about now?
Now it is. Yeah. Now we can see.
Now you can see. Okay.
Now everyone
can see. I can see also.
No, I can't see
great.
it, but
Okay. Now can you see my presentation?
no, myself. Become a presentation to start sharing your screen. No, I don't see. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Presentation.
I can.
So I don't see your
No
presentation.
problem.
Okay.
Shall I, without wasting time, shall I go ahead and with my oral presentation then?
If you can start without the presentation, it will be good, and then we will try to
Share the
sell the
presentation.
program, okay? Is it possible?
Okay, yeah, fine.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
yeah, about the Indian aquaculture, I have some numbers which you cannot see, but I will read out the important numbers. India has about 2.36 million hectares of ponds and tanks. We have 195,210 kilometer long rivers and canals, 2.91 million hectares of reservoirs, and 0.8 million hectares of lakes and derelict waters. Out of this 2.36 million hectares of ponds and tanks that India has, it's estimated that about 40% of the area is under aquaculture. National average production levels from ponds has been going up. It was 600 kgs in 1974, and in 2013 it was reported at 2,900 kgs per hectare per annum. So roughly around 3 metric tons per hectare per annum is the national average in still water ponds. Whereas some farmers have recorded a higher production, they have recorded between 8 to 12 tons per hectare per year. When you come to brackish water aquaculture, we have an estimated 3.9 million hectares of estuarine area, of which 1.2 million hectares of coastal salt affected lands are identified as potentially suitable for brackish water shrimp farming. Again, out of this 1.2 million hectares, only 15% is used for aquaculture purposes. So, look at the availability of the water resources and the land available. The amount of land which is in aquaculture, which has been brought into aquaculture, is quite low. There is a huge potential to improve on this. The Indian aquaculture can be called as mostly extensive and semi-intensive type of farming. The practices are very traditional. Only in recent years there has been some amount of modern technology being infused into in fish culture, especially in carp culture. And we have done extremely well, considering that our production in 1950-51, which was 0.75 million tons, has gone up to 9.06 million tons in 2012-13 in a period of about 6 decades. And today aquaculture is contributing to about 1/3 of the total fish produced in the country, both by capture method as well as by culture. And this is expected to go up to 50% of the total by the year 2030. The highest mean productivity of Vanamite in India has been reported in Goa state, which is about 15 metric tons per hectare per year. We also produce Peneus monodon, the tiger prawn, and freshwater prawn, that is macrobranchium, and their productions are much lower. The average is roughly around 2 metric tons per hectare per year. So there is a tremendous scope for improving the yield and the productivity of these water bodies, especially the brackish water fish culture, so also the freshwater fish culture. The freshwater aquaculture contributes roughly around 95% of the total aquaculture fish production in the country. So out of this 95% of freshwater aquaculture, the major crops contribute to 70 to 75% of the total freshwater fish production. The remaining is of 20 to 25% is contributed by silver carp, grass carp, common carp, and catfishes. The species that are cultured in India are limited, even though India has 10% of the world's fish diversity. So there is a scope for bringing in non-traditional varieties of fish and shrimp into commercial aquaculture in India. Freshwater aquaculture mainly involves carps, catfish, freshwater prawns, pangasius, and tilapia. Brackish-water aquaculture includes shrimp varieties like jant, tiger prawn, and exotic white-legged shrimp, Peneus vanemi. Mariculture is practiced in a very limited extent. Seaweeds and mussels are produced in commercial on commercial scale, and some fishes like sea bass and cobia are grown on an experimental basis. Cold water fisheries is very limited. It contributes to a maximum of about 1% of the total production. There is increasing importance of the fish culture in India, the aquaculture of fish. We have seen a spectacular success during the past decade in Indian brackish water aquaculture area. The reasons that contribute to this spectacular growth in brackish water aquaculture in India in the last decade is attributed to high export potential and increased profit margins, large number of hatcheries that offer assured supply of quality seeds, availability of other critical inputs like formulated feed, easy access to institutional finance, increased entrepreneurial involvement, entry of several privately owned large companies. However, it has also brought in a lot of challenges. They include waste management, waste disposal, conversion of agricultural land into aquaculture use, so pressure on the land, salinity and degradation of the soils, extensive use of drugs and chemicals, the destruction of mangroves, and so on. So there is a need to come up with some technical solutions wherein I believe you have the edge, or you are the leaders in that area. So we have at CASPL, that is Creative Agri Solutions, we have tried to identify some areas and some specific technologies after talking to a large number of experts, industry experts, and also meeting the farmers and through extensive desktop research. So the improved technologies are required in freshwater culture, brackish water culture, seawater culture, and hatchery, broad pond, and high density aquaculture. Specifically, we have identified recirculation aquaculture systems, RAS, both outdoor and indoor. Then bioflocculation, both zero water as well as biosecurity. Aquaponics, there's fish and vegetables. Then cage culture for freshwater and for marine water, and satellite farming. More specific technologies involve automation and mechanization to reduce risk and to reduce labor costs. They include monitoring, control, and management of water quality, feeding, critical operations such as aeration, denitrification, then decision-making tools based on information technology. Specific technologies for our better systems and practices for better quality and higher yield in aquaculture, more efficient aeration systems, better feed technology, water quality management, capacity building, water recirculation and water recycling, disease diagnostics and control, information management systems, modern harvesting techniques, on-farm post-harvest practices, and soil health related services. Further, there is a need for genetics and breeding services, especially those related to improvement of strains, then monosex culture or all male, all female culture, species diversification, that is introduction of new indigenous species, screening of exotic species for introducing into India, and standardization of production practices for other indigenous species. And I also tried to put together some of my perception as to what really works in India as far as successful technology transfer goes. One is economic viability or feasibility of the technology is very, very important. The technology which is coming into India should have demonstrable viability. It could be demonstrated using case studies or carrying out pilots or trials in local conditions in India. The technology should be low cost and also competitive with other countries which have similar technologies. Then SWOT analysis of the technology. Then the second most important thing is the client, the Indian client or the Indian customer, he looks for assurance of performance. So whatever is assured, for instance, efficient production, if the technology is for efficient production, he expects more production per unit. He expects improved feed conversion ratios. Similarly, reduction in production cost. The technology should be environmental friendly, sustainable, take care of biosecurity issues, save water and manage waste. Then the third of the last important factor that contributes to success of technology transfer is hand-holding support. That is implementation support in engineering, technical areas, and standards and certifications. Operationalization support like supervision, monitoring, and after-sales service, training and capacity building, future upgradation of technology, and market support. And I have a couple of ideas, like offline presentation could be one of the way of promoting the technology, online presentations, webinars, participation in exhibition, information sharing, and sharing of case studies. And the technology demonstration could be via video presentation or visit to an existing facility or setting up a pilot facility or getting into a joint venture with a local partner. So these are some of my perceptions and also my perspective of what Indian aquaculture is all today and how the Israeli companies can help us in this area. This is a very, very broad and also very brief presentation. Any questions are there? I will look forward to interacting with you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Mohite, although we were not able to see your presentation, but we would love to get your presentation offline so that we can share with all the companies.
Okay.
I believe, Dr. Eknath,
Yeah.
I would like to introduce everybody. Dr. Eknath is alumni of College of Fisheries, University of Agriculture Science, Mangalore. And he has his PhD degree by Dalhousie University, Canada. And interestingly, his work was for assessing the genetic implication of broodstock management practices in aquaculture. He is having well over 30 years of experience in managing international aquaculture development projects in Asia and Africa. He worked as at World Fish Center from 1987 to 1997, and more recently from 2008 to 2011, he was appointed as a director of ICAR. To tell my Israeli friends, ICR is more of we do have a Volcani Center in Israel. So ICAR is a apex body in India, just like Volcani Center, and he is presently actively involved as an independent R&D consultant for various international organizations. Before you start, Dr. Eknath, I would like to request you that if you have a presentation to show, then you need to switch from web version to application version. So, sir, I would like to ask whether you would be presenting with a PPT or just audio you require.
I would have loved to have brought some slides, but given the short period of time, I think I'll be just doing audio today.
Okay.
Audio, okay. And I'm unable to see any of you. So
that's okay, sir. We would love to hear you. Go ahead.
You can hear me. Okay. Thank you very much. Is this Akhil?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Akhil. And good afternoon to all of you, my friends from Israel and my colleagues in India. And I would like to begin by saying that I have had a very long association with the Volcani Center through, I do not know if you people know Giora Wolfart, who died in 1989, and more recently with Gideon Holata. These are the pioneers in genetics. They are sort of gurus to me. So I'm very happy to be again sharing the dais with our friends from Israel. So I have been very closely associated with a number of people in Israel. As Akhil pointed out, my background has been mostly in genetics and breeding. And so before I begin, I would like to say, take from where Dr. Mohite started. As you know, Mohite stressed on the importance of aquaculture in the food security issues and the livelihood. Close to 14 million people depend on fisheries and aquaculture for their livelihood directly. And indirectly, I think it will be more than 20 million people in India. So it is a very important sector, and it's a sunrise sector in the sense that it has started just about recently, about 20 years, although the tradition of aquaculture is a long one. Interestingly, from a genetics perspective, before I could say that, I think we produce about 10 million tons of fish, both marine and inland combined. The inland itself is about 6 million tons, and 95% of that 6 million tons is inland aquaculture, mostly carps, which is about 75 to 80%. Now, with that as a background, I would like to say that a country which is producing almost 6 million tons of fish, not even 0.0001% of that
is through any genetic intervention at all. This is a very sad state of affairs. While we are pioneers in green revolution when it comes to agriculture, but when it comes to aquaculture or anything to do with fish, genetic improvement is one particular area which is thoroughly lacking. Although there has been some attempts have been made through a Norwegian support, and Rohu was chosen as a species. Rohu is one of the carps, was chosen as a species, and they did some selective breeding, but unfortunately it has not reached the farmers. So there is a huge, you can imagine the production losses because of not using proper good quality fingerlings in our production system. And we are producing 6 million tons of it. So even a small intervention, but it goes through the entire system of aquaculture systems, we can expect a huge potential production efficiency, and I am yet to see this happen. And as again Akhil had pointed out, I did my PhD thesis itself on Indian carps while I was in Canada, and we showed that instead of a steady genetic improvement, there has been really a negative domestication happening in the Indian aquaculture system, and the inbreeding rates are as high as 15 to 20%. This all impinges on the production which we have. Our system, unfortunately, we spend a lot of time and effort on fish nutrition and some disease diagnostics and all that, but positively nothing is going on genetic improvement. So this is one thing which I would like you all to take home, that there is a tremendous potential for collaborating with India in bringing in the kind of work which is being going on in Volcani Center, especially molecular, because we can think about molecular breeding approaches to bring in rapid improvements, genetic improvements. And so, in summary, all I can say is that there is a tremendous potential for the two groups to come together in area, which is because you're also in you have done a tremendous amount of work in common carp, and some of the technologies which has been developed in common carp and also tilapia and some of the shrimps can be brought into the Indian system. So that's all I have to say, and I would be happy to elaborate further if there are any questions or any clarifications to be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Eknath. Thank you.
Can I say something about it?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Michael from Aquagreen. I like to say something. I'm trying already for around 8 months to send some another species from Israel to India, and I can't go through the introduction committee. From only kind of excuses and dragging time and whatever. So that's something that really stopped few people that I have already in India to go ahead with the agriculture project. So can you tell me if it's possible to over this hurdle?
Yeah. Okay, may I know who is it?
Michael from Aquagreen.
Okay, Aquagreen from Norway?
Green, from
Aquagreen, okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Incidentally, this is exactly the point which we were discussing yesterday from the Ministry of Agriculture and the hurdles. Which is the species you were trying to bring in?
I tried to bring the barramundi, or what you call the Asian sea bass.
Asian sea bass. I wonder why. We have the National Fisheries Development Board, which was set up about 7-8 years ago, and they have been given the authority to come up with the procedures and guidelines for introduction of strains of different strains or even species. And for reasons known or unknown, we are unable to know why things are not moving the way it should be. It is frustrating, the attempts not only of people with good intentions who would like to bring in here, but also some of the farmers on this side of the border where they are also having something there. But your question was, can something be done? I think this platform which we are talking about can focus a little bit on the facilitation portion of introductions and giving a positive note to if something can be taken up as a quick project and then talk to the people in the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, especially the Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries, which is responsible for this. I think it's something should be done. This has been going on for more than 30-40 years, and people have been frustrated, and I do not know what lobby. It is mostly the environmental impact lobby, which is not able to do it, or I don't know. I think we should definitely take it up and lobby this and get these things going. Yes, please.
Listen, what I want to say is like we introduce a totally new technology that is basically it's the top one is a zero discharge. It means it's not connected to any source of water, not close to any river, not close to any lake, not to the beach, nothing. So we still got such a resistance that they stop us to do it, and we had a few $1 million waiting for a project, and unfortunately we can't go forward. So if we can solve this one, that a lot of other things can go on and on and on. And there are two different groups in India, and I'm talking regarding Goa government or Goa area, Bangalore.
They are ready to receive it.
I don't know if they're ready to receive it. It's mean we didn't get any answer, a proper answer, even to say no. We didn't get it yet. It's just dragging time and time and time, and you know, time is money, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think this is you're talking to a person who is well aware of this problem, but I do not have a solution myself. While I was in Naka,
yeah.
I really do not know, Michael. I think it is something now that at least the organization like Dr. Mita's organization can start a lobbying thing to see that things are taken. At least the yes or no should be given within a week's time or so, you see, instead of just dragging for years. This has been happening for a long time. This is exactly the reason we lost a number of projects with Israel. See, we were talking about genetic improvement of penis monodon, and a lot of things we were talking about.
Sure.
Nothing came up.
Look, what I can do, we set up a company in India. I can let my people in India to speak direct to you if you want, and maybe you can, or together can help. And that's something that maybe we like to do, because it's really ridiculous. Because we're talking about, they say they have hatchery in India, but they can't supply more than a few thousand per year. And I'm talking about a few millions per year. So that's what I need. So that's something that we want to discuss. If you like to get my connection in my company, I'd be happy to give it to you.
There's one thing I can do, because we know the committee on introductions. What I could do is ask on personal grounds what exactly is going on and why this answer has not been given. That much I can ask them.
Well, Michael, I would like to add here that we would also like to know about the issue which you are facing, and maybe we would also like to intervene and use the government to government channel to address the issue which you are facing about this, and let's see if we will be able to pull it off from G to G channels. So we would love to receive information, which project and what exactly, so that we can try to help you out on this.
Okay, I will give you my associate in Delhi.
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure, sure. So we would love to hear about this. Thank you, Dr. Eknath.
Thank
Now,
you.
moving on with the webinar. We also have Dr. Arun with us. Dr. Arun is a startup aquaculture entrepreneur, and he is also based in Bangalore, India. He has his PhD degree in aquaculture from Deakin University, Australia, and having a more than 18 years of experience in fisheries. He has taken up several assignments on developing and advising the national aquaculture policies, not only to the government, but also the international organizations like FAO, World Bank, the World Fish, Malaysia, and several others. So I would like, Dr. Arun. Dr. Arun, you there?
Good afternoon. Hi. Hi, Akhil. Thank you for introducing me. Can you
So,
hear me?
Yeah. So as I was asking Dr. Eknath, so the same question, whether you would like to use only audio or if you want to have a presentation?
No, only audio is sufficient for me.
Okay, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially my Israeli friends. Pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for this opportunity. I have my own hatchery. Something has come up here on sea bass. I produce sea bass in my hatchery, and I have consultancy also around India and abroad. So in this case, I was asked to discuss on RA and bioflocculation and its commercial importance in India. There is a saying that necessity is mother of invention. In India, commercial aquaculture, as Dr. Eknath has mentioned, it is a very new thing, in agriculture. So it has a very good history only for around 30 to 40 years. So now at present, in fin fishes or in shrimp, the IRR, internal rate of returns, is very high. It is about 30%, 30 to 35%. From any business sense, this is highly lucrative, this margin, whatever. So what I am seeing in my customers, my clients, my farmers, or in the industry, is a negligence towards going for very high-tech systems.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, only audio only.
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yep.
So, be it a genetically improved variety or RAS or bioflocculation, these are of not urgent thing in farmers' mindset. only a few farmers, maybe say less than 5% of farmers, think about this. Not only farmers, hatchery operators, or other people in the industry. Mostly these are laggard farmers or laggard people. They are not the leaders, basically, if we can say from extension point of view, the technology adoption point of view. So what we are presenting, what you are trying to present is very high-tech systems, very good efficient systems that we, I know the things. Some of them I have studied and I'm trying to implement it myself in my hatchery. For example, RAS, I have brought some equipment from China and trying to implement it. There is lot of opportunity, and where exactly that is fits in this business, in this value chain, is that basically people are looking for RAS in hatcheries and nurseries, both in finfishers and shrimp. Now in shrimp, biosecurity is the issue, and nurseries like greenhouse nurseries are becoming very popular in India, and they are using flow-through systems. For that, there could be requirement of recirculatory system to enhance the efficiency and to prevent pathogen entry in the system. That is very important. And in case of finfishers, for example, in sea bass, now at the moment, sea bass, after it goes out of hatchery, in the nursery systems, it is very crude system they are using. They are, dumping the seed in the ponds, earthen ponds, and growing it for 2-3 months, then selling it to the grower farmers, be it cage culture farmers or just pond-based farmers in various parts of India. Sea bass has high potential. Maybe the market size is around 50,000 tons at its maturity. So we are producing 10,000 tons at this moment. So the main problem is that seed production, we are not able to produce in required quantities, and nursery, lack of nursery technology. So the survival rates in nursery is very, very poor, only 10-20%. So we have to increase that survival rate. The reason, another reason being the lack of feed. All the farmers, most of them are using wet fish, that is freshly available trash fish, not the pelleted formulated feeds. It is not available at this moment. So in feed technology, there is just feed supply also will do from Israel to directly to India, selling the feed. That is also the potential place for business. And regarding bioflocculation, it is picking up in shrimp industry. Any innovative things, we are seeing more that technology readily adopted in shrimp industry because of highly capital intensive industry and big profit margin there. So, and also very short crop periods. So the farmers, they are different kind of farmers in shrimp. So this bioflocculation system, they have adopted it in India to a small extent. Israeli scientists like Yoram, Dr. Yoram, he has already come so many times here and given so many seminars, lectures and all. So it's very impressive technology. People are trying to imitate, adopt it, but that adoption is not, maybe I can say, only less than 1 to 2% of the whole industry. There is need for that, but how to do it? Only the companies, joint ventures with these big companies have to have joint ventures with Israeli companies. Then only it is possible. And also in aquaculture, Of late, we are getting big companies thinking technologies and improved breeds and most modern things. But so far, in last say, if you think just 5 years back or 10 years back, there is no big company beyond say 1/4 of their profits. They are not thinking sustainability for 10 years like that. So any genetic improvement program or any kind of RAS, investments in RAS or bioflocculation, whatever we think about, it needs say something like 5 years of vision at least, or 10 years of vision. That kind of companies we rarely have in India. And now, of course, we are lucky to have few of them. See, for last 8 years, I have been trying to get investments in my company, my hatchery. Very difficult to attract any investor because the gestation period is so long to develop the broodstock and all these things. So these are the problems what we have. Unlike in European countries or maybe your country, people are ready, investors are ready to wait for some gestation period. But here it is not like that. They want quick results and demonstrated the efficiencies and results somewhere else. So they are ready to adopt it here. So this is what I'm feeling. And there is, as Dr. Eknath said, and Dr. Mohin also said, this ready the launch pad. This can be a launch pad. So things can be done, but how the companies see it, they require a demonstrated results somewhere else. Seeing is believing. That is very important for them. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arun. Now, I would like to, let's have a sort of Q&A session. So now we have like all the three experts have spoken. So I would like to ask my Israeli friends if they have any questions for the experts.
I have a question.
I said my request before about the import of the fingerlings, and the same thing about the pomfret, that I have the golden pomfret and I can't bring, and the same with the shrimps. We talk about the bioflocks, and we're talking about the shrimps as a vanami that I like to bring as a larva, and again, there's a heavy resistance to bring it over. So I think that the main problem is because to grow tilapia or basic local fish, it's not profit for the investor. So please think about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear that clear. The voice is not clear. Can you please repeat, Akhil, please?
Michael, can you repeat? Your voice was.
I cannot hear your voice. That side voice is very. I'm unable to pick it up. Your voice is very clear.
Yeah, Michael.
Yes, can I repeat? I said a request before regarding to import to India the fingerlings. There's a few different species, if for salt water or fresh water, whatever. And the vanami, the shrimps, the freshwater shrimps, and we have another species is a golden pomfret that I can bring it over that we develop. And if this will happen, I'm sure that we can push forward big time in India.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Michael. Itamar, you want to ask a question? Itamar?
Yes, I'll just turn on the screen. Because I'm not sure that I've met everyone until today. Just 1 second. All right. First of all, my name is Itamar. I'm from Herman Zemel Company in Israel, agriculture integrator. I want to start by thank you, Akil and Vered, for organizing this platform, and for the honorable doctors that spoke and gave this very interesting point of view. We actually quite new into the Indian region. We haven't. Oh, I think. Can you see me now? No, not yet. Okay. And I wanted to ask in general. Unlike Michael, I'm not a fish expert, and I don't have any specific question, but I want to know in general of your side expectation from this commercial partnership. I want to understand what is the expectations from Israeli companies that want to do these kinds of partnerships and joint venture. What are we expected to bring to the table, and what does the local partner side, in order to understand the collaboration and get the right approach? Okay, yeah. Did I ask it? Did you hear me?
Yeah. So Itamar, this is directed to whom? Dr. Arun, the last speaker?
Yeah, Dr. Arun, and also if Dr. Aikant and Mohit that I've had the pleasure to meet, if they want to add any more comments, because I'm looking in general to the situation. I want to know in the macro point of view, and then later on drill down.
So Dr. Mohite, if you would like to respond.
Yeah. Thank you, Itamar, for coming to the thrust of this particular webinar. See, the farmers and also the aquaculture industry, the corporates, they are looking for technology that will guarantee them whatever has been assured. For example, the technology assures that the water quality will remain very good, or the water saving will be there. That is one thing they would like to know ahead of time, that whatever is guaranteed or assured is being delivered by the technology provider. The second thing is they want to understand the economic feasibility. Most of them say that the cost of bringing in the technology in many times will be so high that it becomes unviable for them to use the technology in Indian situation. So these are the two things which are bothering them before they would like to have a serious discussion with the Israeli companies. The third thing is they find that it may be too expensive for them to go for the entire technology. Maybe if the technology provider from Israel can come up with the key components could be supplied by them, but part of the peripheral supplies or peripheral services could be sourced within India, so that it won't be very expensive. At the same time, it will be competitive with technologies which are being sourced from other countries, maybe from Southeast Asia or even China. I'm told that China is becoming a major player in this area. So this is the expectation from some of these people, and few people want one-to-one or joint venture type of projects with the Israeli companies. They are ready to invest to some extent. They also want a commitment from the supplier, so that they are assured of the success of the project.
Thank you.
Excuse me, can I say something about regarding this project? We offer around technology, a very simple, very basic technology for RAS, for what we call a container project. That means the container is coming, we open it up, and we spread around the equipment and everything, and it can have something like up to 20-ton production a year. And this is very, very simple to operate in terms for any kind of, and not that expensive as well. And some of the part we can even produce it in India. We don't have to bring it over from Israel. So we are happy to do that as well. We have in our basket, we have this project as well, a part of the high quality, zero discharge, salt water, fresh water, etc.
I think, yeah.
Huh?
I think it's a very excellent information that you have given us. We'll also get back to you after talking to some of these people, and maybe there is something which can be done in this area.
Okay.
Good.
Dr. Mohite, I have something to add.
Yeah.
See, you asked what are the expectations from the Indian companies. See, there are two things when we say about companies. One is established companies, what they would expect from you, the joint venture or, kind of collaborations at what level. Maybe only the technology transfer or kind of buying the technology outrightedly by these Indian companies. They might bring only the product. For example, in shrimp industry, the established companies, be it small scale or large scale, they import Vaname brew stocks from Hawaii, United States. So that is one kind of thing. That's outright sales of the product only, not the technology or the company. There is no joint venture, nothing. Just you sell the product. That is possible with the readily sellable product, readily required product. For some other products which have to be established, something like RAS or entire system, there could be some kind of hand-holding required, close nurturing of that technology in Indian system. It will take some time. So only a few established company might be interested to look into that. Or else, say for example, another sort of companies are startup companies. There are many startup companies trying to do something in aquaculture, Indian aquaculture, technology-based companies or new product development companies like this. So these are all young chaps, young people, and trying to do, struggling a lot. So there, in this case, there could be requirement of not only the technology, but kind of some cash infusion, investment, taking the stakes from these companies. That would be worth it in, say, 10 years down the line. So these people, the young startup companies, may get molded to the Israeli companies easily, their ideas, for the longer term investment in India, Israeli investment in India. But the existing big companies, the game is different for Israeli companies to have the joint venture. That is my thinking.
Just to supplement what Arun has been saying, Akhil, can I proceed?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Arun, I think we could, you brought a very important point here. I didn't think about it this way, especially the startups and angel investors and not really very aggressive investors, but the angel investors who try to invest and have the patience to stay on board until to see through the technology going through the gestation period and becoming successful and all this. Yes, that kind of that's the kind of angel investors we are looking in the startups. I do not know what is the experience from other agriculture companies with our Israeli counterparts or any other counterparts. I do not know. You may be in a position to tell us if such an angel investors or somebody has really come forward from other countries. If you know of something. And the second thing which you told me about this, this is also a very interesting point that very established companies tend to be, of course, a little more conservative in their approach. And conservative in the sense that, of course, they would shop around a lot and then look at compare technologies and then try to buy the technologies or the products of a technology, which is probably the way they want to go about. So what I want to ask from you, Arun, is from your experience in area, have you seen these different varieties of interventions from foreign countries?
Foreign countries in the investment sector?
Investment. They're just basically what has been your experience looking into startups, semi-established and fully established companies, and how they deal with this different types of technology investments.
Yes. Yes. In India, the startup, that concept, government of India is aggressively promoting for last 2-3 years. The present government under Modi government is promoting it aggressively. Like startup climate, he's giving incubation centers for different ideas, but it is mostly in technologies like engineering products and IT, information technology sites. So because the product life cycle there is very short.
Very short, 6 months maximum.
Yeah, so very short. They need to innovate the things very quickly, and it is mostly in online, marketing. Those kind of things that is going on very aggressively, and the investors, be it angel investors, be it venture capitalists, they are mostly in this kind of IT companies. They are promoting based in Bombay, Bombay and Bangalore. And for that, some institute like Indian Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Management, they are giving lot of support. But for aquaculture, and fisheries, and in general for agriculture system and rural development associated things, we lack this. There is no strong structured mentorships to develop this incubation. But I think that is not in the purview of this discussion with the Israelis. If what my suggestion for Israeli friends is that if they want to go up with startups, there is a lot of opportunity at different level. If they want as not as an angel investor, maybe like venture capitalist come technology infusers. That kind of they have to combine both the cash as well as the technology, the product to bring into the to our country. But with the big companies, it's a big company in India in aquaculture means it is not even a $500 million industry. I mean company. It is less than $500 million or $250 million. That is the biggest Indian fishery company what we have. So most of them are the sizes of these companies are somewhere around annual turnover of around say $1 to $2 million. That's it. That is the most, say 98% of our companies are like that. Maybe only 1 or 2% of our companies are having more than $10 million annual turnover. So when we bring in this Israeli technology with the big players, the game is different. So that they have to, the Israeli companies have to find out But there is, say, I'm a small player, for example. I'm a small player. I'm struggling with my startup. So probably there is a good opportunity to collaborate, example in CBAS, to develop the nursery systems or improved larval rearing techniques. So that could be very good opportunity here. But we have to see what is the cost involved, whether they are interested in that sector or not. We have to see. We have to go step by step. But these are all nascent at very early stage. So the failures at the early stage, commercial failures at early stage is very high. The rates are very high. So we should be able to withstand that jolt, the financial and emotional everything. So this, I don't know how the Israelis see it. I know that Israelis are very, very entrepreneurial, and they know the things, be it in America or wherever, they are the leaders in investments and technology. So I leave it to them to judge us. But there is good opportunity for them to come in and play at different levels, be it startup, be it at established levels. Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moite and Dr. Arun. So, any further questions, or should we move on?
No, thank you.
Okay.
One question I have.
Yeah.
Excuse me. One
Please
question
go.
I have.
Please go ahead.
Normally, in pond-based aquaculture, our production levels have not gone beyond 1 to 2 kgs per cubic meter of water, per 1,000 lit per ton of water. So, be it shrimp, be it carps, or be it sea bass, we are producing only 0.5 kgs in case of carps per year. So, is it possible by applying RAS or bioflocculation technology, we produce say 20 kgs per cubic meter of shrimp in shrimp industry? If that is working, many farmers, I myself can really motivate them to invest in. 20 to 30 kg is required in case of venomous shrimp. Yeah, is it possible?
No, not that I know. I know around 10 kilo per cubic meter.
Hello?
How much, Michael?
I said in shrimps to reach over 10 kilo per cubic meter or 1 ton water is almost impossible.
Okay.
Not at the moment. In fish, we're reaching to 60 kilo per cubic meter average. It means the top one can reach to 100 kilo, whatever. So that's in fish, but not in ocean fish or freshwater fish, whatever. But not in shrimps.
Yeah.
Okay, shrimp it is maximum is around 10 kg, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Sea bass, how much you could achieve?
We grow sea bass average is a 60 kilo per cubic meter. 60 kilo average.
Wow.
Before marketing, it can reach to around 100 kilo per cubic meter.
Oh. Wow. So basically, we wanted to know, for my personal interest, some economics behind it in your European sea bass, even maybe Asian sea bass also. Is there any documented things which you can share?
If I can share the technology?
No, information.
No, not technology. The economics of using that technology. Means,
sure.
For example, if you,
yes,
so if you can share it, I can study and I can invest myself for that purpose to start as a starting point.
No, I understand what you say is, by the way, on the technology that we introduce is it's probably the ROI, the return of investment, is around 3 years. That's the maximum in the European market, American market, Israeli market. So I'm sure that in India is more or less prices for good quality fish is not that far from Israeli and Europe, by the way. I'm talking about wholesale price. So I can send you a business plan, it's no problem.
Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Michael.
No problem.
Yeah, I just have one question, Akhil.
Yeah.
This is general question. Is there any interest in setting up of pilot projects or demonstration projects by any of these companies? Because there are people who are willing to join hands in this.
Well, this is, sort of first step, I would say, that we are taking. And we, as I said, with the launch of this program, we are in touch with more than 10 companies from Israel, and they are into various segments of poultry. So I believe, after this, this webinar will be over, we will be sending a questionnaire to all of these Israeli companies, exactly asking as in, how they see India as a market and what way they want to penetrate Indian market, so that accordingly, we as a department can provide sort of hand-holding support to them to penetrate Indian market, and the exact models which the Israeli company want to follow or have in mind for Indian market, we will be more clearer as we go forward. So, this is the very first step as an sort of introduction, you can say, about India. What are the technology needs? What are the experts from India think about the market and about the Israeli technology?
Okay.
I understand. But when you're talking about pilot on established technology, that means that how you protect your knowledge in a pilot.
So I believe what he is trying to ask Dr. Mohite is that some of the Israeli companies have their concerns for IPR also. That if they are coming to India, bringing their technologies, so how the IPR is going to be addressed. This has been a concern which has been shared with by 2-3 companies with us. So if you have, I would like to ask, all of you that if we have something to address this, and I would love to have Dr. Arun also in this discussion, that how to, resolve these concerns of IPR for the Israeli companies. Dr. Arun, you have something to add for IPR concerns?
IPR, I have not studied that in depth. But when aquaculture products, for example, in case of, it's a well developed in poultry, for example. In poultry, it is well developed. Venk is the India's largest poultry company, that is Venkateshwara Hatcheries, has joint venture with Cops, US, and Godrej has a joint venture with Tyson Foods in United States. They are bringing their breeds. it's well protected. The IPR, it's well protected and both are happy. Joint venture partners are happy. So similarly, if tomorrow some say tilapia or shrimp or freshwater prawn, some kind of product is brought in India with a big company in India, definitely what I can say is that Indian companies will honor that IPR issues. I think only big companies can do that. The startups, otherwise, if the Israeli companies hold majority share. Now the main thing is that the aquaculture is allowed for 100% FDI by Government of India. So they can hold entire rights on their product. They can directly establish their own company here, their subsidiary company in India, and they can run their own show with Indian people. So that is also possible. So it is done in the case of SIS. There is system, what is that called? One company is there, shrimp intensification system, a US-based company which was sold to CP Indonesia, and they have already started their own multiplication center for Vanamai in Andhra Pradesh. It's 100% FDI. So it is possible Israeli companies coming here with 100% to avoid any IPR problems in future, or else they can go with the reputed companies. That is also possible, or else they can have majority stakes in startups companies, and they can control the overall running of the business, and they can protect the IPR by themselves. It is possible, and by law, I am not sure what are the provisions, whether it is under criminal law or it is the civil law. I am not sure about all those things. So yeah, that's it. What I can say.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Arun. Well, with that, we would like to wrap up. And I think, it was a good session. Some of the issues, the experts address were quite meaningful, not only to the participating Israeli companies, but also who missed. And we will be sending them the recorded version, so they will find quite a good value, in listening to this webinar. And, to sum it up, I would like to request Vered, to close it up.
So thank you everybody for participate this webinar. Thank you, Dr. Arun and Dr. Mohita and Dr. Kont, and also an Israeli company. And for the Israeli company, I would like to add a few sentences that how to take it forward, because as we say, it's only a first webinar and first activity that we are doing of Gate to India and agriculture. And I will switch to speak in Hebrew. And אז אני רוצה להוסיף כמה מילים על איך אנחנו באמת לוקחים את זה קדימה. אנחנו קודם כל נשמח לשמוע פידבק על היום, אנחנו מתנצלים בחזרות. אתמול עבדה הפרזנטציה, וראיתם גם אחרי שהוא סיים עבדה הפרזנטציה, אז אנחנו מתנצלים שזה לא היה, אנחנו נשלח את זה במייל. אנחנו נשמח גם לשמוע פידבקים לגבי ההמשך, בקשות שיש לכם. עלה נושא הקניין הרוחני, שהוא בהחלט נושא חשוב, ועוד נושאים נשמח אם תעלו. אנחנו גם נשלח את כל התוכנית, פירוט של התוכנית, ונשמח לשמוע מכם, לשמוע ובסופו של דבר גם להירשם. אז אנחנו סיימנו ותודה. And if some of the company would like to say something before we finished.
I would like to say thank you and goodbye, and hopefully this is the first step of a long joint journey.
Thank you.
I have something to say from this side. Before saying thank you, joint venture. Definitely we are looking for greater relations between India and Israel in aquaculture for the benefit of India and Indian farmers. We are in growth path, especially IPR related points. I want to say aquaculture is very new compared to like car companies in India. A lot of Japanese companies have invested in India, like Maruti, Suzuki, Toyota, Kirloskar. It is going on very well. We have many in telecom sector. A lot of joint ventures are there. Docomo, Tata, and other now Vodafone, Idea company. They have merged. The joint venture is happening. And in poultry, I said, and in some agriculture companies like Mahiko, Monsanto, hybrid BT cotton is there. So I think Indian companies are much more trustworthy for you compared to other developing countries in terms of honoring IPR. So I welcome you to India as one of the local players here, small startup company. I welcome you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Akhil, can I have a few minutes?
Okay, yes, please, Dr. Mika.
Just to say that, as Creative Agri Solutions, we have taken this step to, to try and see what can be done in terms of exchange of technology. And as a first step, technology meet is being thought of, and this was like a preliminary round for the technology meet. I think a lot of important issues have come up which will need to be ironed out before the actual technology transfer happens. And it could actually be one of the sessions at the technology meet that we are thinking about, and a panel discussion with the policymakers, with the private sector players in India and in Israel, that if something has to materialize in terms of technology transfer, how can that materialize? Also bringing on board the
Dr. Mita? Dr. Mita? We can't hear you, Dr. Mita? Dr. Mita, are you there? Sorry. Okay.
Can I just jump in just for a minute or so? Dr. Mohite here.
Yes, please.
Yeah. See, as Mita was suggesting that this is the first step. We see that there is lot of issues, especially procedures, and also the questions that needs to be answered before we can
See all of you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vered.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So, Mr. Mohit, you are the first one?
Yeah, I'm the first one.
Please.
Am I audible? Is there any problem with my sound?
No,
No,
we
there's no
can.
problem.
We can hear you properly. I can hear you properly, and the others.
I
Yes,
can hear you from Israel very well, and see you also.
I can't
Okay.
see you. I can't see you, Mohit, that's all.
Yeah. So before Dr. Mohite start, I would like to give our Israeli friends a brief intro about Dr. Mohite. So Dr. Mohite has been a senior consultant. Is having a lot of experience, more than 25-year a project related experience. He has done his bachelor's and master's from College of Fisheries, and he has worked in various capacities in a number of projects, and he has been advisor to Maharashtra State Agriculture Marketing Board, and he has done a lot of assignments when it comes to aquaculture, and I believe he will give you a lot of value addition when it comes to project planning in aquaculture. So Dr. Mohite, we would like to hear from you, from your experiences.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody in India, and good morning to everybody in Israel. I am really honored to talk with you all, guys. We have been very much impressed with the progress, the advances that Israeli companies have done in this area, especially in the aquaculture area. And I have visited Israel twice, one in 2003 and again last year, and I had an opportunity to get a first-hand experience of the progress made by Israeli scientists in various fields. So now coming to aquaculture in India, I have tried to put together some information about Indian aquaculture, what is its status today, and what are the opportunities that it offers for the Israeli companies which have the right technology and which are interested in coming to India. So I will make my presentation using a slide, a small presentation. Is it? Can you all see the slides? My presentation. Can
Not
anybody?
me.
Not you.
Not yet.
Anybody?
Not, yes.
Okay. What about anybody else who can tell me whether you are able to see the presentation or not able to see the presentation?
You can't see it. It's aquaculture, can't see it.
Akhil,
Okay.
are you going to do a change screen or something?
Is your presentation the window screen that is shown?
I'm not able to see. I have a presentation on my desktop.
Akhil?
I see your desktop, but I don't see your presentation.
Okay, you see my desktop. Okay, what about now? I'll just. Can you see it now?
I don't see it. It's Michael.
Okay.
I can't see it, unfortunately.
Okay.
I see your desktop, that's for sure.
Okay. What about now?
Now it is. Yeah. Now we can see.
Now you can see. Okay.
Now everybody
can see. I can see also.
No, I
Okay,
can't see
great.
it, but
Okay. Now can you see my presentation?
no, myself. Become a presentation to start sharing your screen. No, I don't see. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Presentation.
I can.
So I don't see a
No
problem.
problem.
Okay.
Shall I, without wasting time, shall I go ahead and with my oral presentation then?
If you can start without the presentation, it will be good, and then we will try to
Share the
sell the
presentation.
program. Okay? Is it possible?
Okay, yeah, fine.
Thanks.
So, yeah, about the Indian aquaculture, I have some numbers which you cannot see, but I will read out the important numbers. India has about 2.36 million hectares of ponds and tanks. We have 195,210 kilometer long rivers and canals, 2.91 million hectares of reservoirs, and 0.8 million hectares of lakes and derelict waters. Out of this 2.36 million hectares of ponds and tanks that India has, it's estimated that about 40% of the area is under aquaculture. National average production levels from ponds has been going up. It was 600 kgs in 1974, and in 2013 it was reported at 2,900 kgs per hectare per annum. So roughly around 3 metric tons per hectare per annum is the national average in still water ponds. Whereas some farmers have recorded a higher production, they have recorded between 8 to 12 tons per hectare per year. When you come to brackish water aquaculture, we have an estimated 3.9 million hectares of estuarine area, of which 1.2 million hectares of coastal salt affected lands are identified as potentially suitable for brackish water shrimp farming. Again, out of this 1.2 million hectares, only 15% is used in for aquaculture purposes. So, look at the availability of the water resources and the land available. The amount of land which is in aquaculture, which has been brought into aquaculture, is quite low. There is a huge potential to improve on this. The Indian aquaculture can be called as mostly extensive and semi-intensive type of farming. The practices are very traditional. Only in recent years there has been some amount of modern technology being infused into in fish culture, especially in carp culture, and we have done extremely well considering that our production in 1950-51, which was 0.75 million tons, has gone up to 9.06 million tons in 2012-13 in a period of about 6 decades. And today aquaculture is contributing to about 1/3 of the total fish produced in the country, both by capture method as well as by culture. And this is expected to go up to 50% of the total by the year 2030. The highest mean productivity of Vanamite in India has been reported in Goa state, which is about 15 metric tons per hectare per year. We also produce Taenius monodon, the tiger prawn, and freshwater prawn, that is macrobranchium, and their productions are much lower. The average is roughly around 2 metric tons per hectare per year. So there is a tremendous scope for improving the yield and the productivity of these water bodies, especially the brackish water fish culture, so also the freshwater fish culture. The freshwater aquaculture contributes roughly around 95% of the total aquaculture fish production in the country. So out of this 95% of freshwater aquaculture, the major crops contribute to 70 to 75% of the total freshwater fish production. The remaining is of 20 to 25% is contributed by silver carp, grass carp, common carp, and catfishes. The species that are cultured in India are limited, even though India has 10% of the world's fish diversity. So there is a scope for bringing in non-traditional varieties of fish and shrimp into commercial aquaculture in India. Freshwater aquaculture mainly involves carps, catfish, freshwater prawns, pangasius, and tilapia. Brackish-water aquaculture includes shrimp varieties like jant, tiger prawn, and exotic white-legged shrimp, Peneus vanami. The mariculture is practiced in a very limited extent. Seaweeds and mussels are produced in commercial on commercial scale, and some fishes like sea bass and cobia are grown on an experimental basis. Cold water fisheries is very limited. It contributes to a maximum of about 1% of the total production. There is increasing importance of the fish culture in India, the aquaculture of fish. We have seen a spectacular success during the past decade in Indian brackish-water aquaculture area. The reasons that contribute to this spectacular growth in brackish-water aquaculture in India in the last decade is attributed to high export potential and increased profit margins, large number of hatcheries that offer assured supply of quality seeds, availability of other critical inputs like formulated feed, easy access to institutional finance, increased entrepreneurial involvement, entry of several privately owned large companies. However, it has also brought in a lot of challenges. They include waste management, waste disposal, conversion of agricultural land into aquaculture use, so pressure on the land, salinity and degradation of the soils, extensive use of drugs and chemicals, the destruction of mangroves, and so on. So there is a need to come up with some technical solutions wherein I believe you have the edge, or you are the leaders in that area. So we have at CASPL, that is Creative Agri Solutions, we have tried to identify some areas and some specific technologies after talking to a large number of experts, industry experts, and also meeting the farmers and through extensive desktop research. So the improved technologies are required in freshwater culture, brackish water culture, seawater culture, and hatchery, broad pond, and high density aquaculture. Specifically, we have identified recirculation aquaculture systems, RAS, both outdoor and indoor. Then bioflocculation, both zero water as well as biosecurity. Aquaponics, there's fish and vegetables. Then cage culture for freshwater and for marine water, and satellite farming. More specific technologies involve automation and mechanization to reduce risk and to reduce labor costs. They include monitoring, control, and management of water quality, feeding, critical operations such as aeration, denitrification, then decision-making tools based on information technology. Specific technologies for our better systems and practices for better quality and higher yield in aquaculture, more efficient aeration systems, better feed technology,